Welcome to the Choral Quiz, Round 9, Instructions. In our choral scores, we have instructions on the notes to sing, the words to sing them to, and Italian instructions like crescendo and accelerando. But now and again, we get a special instruction or a footnote from the composer or the arranger or the editor. And in this round, I will show you the footnote or the special instruction, and I'd like you please to identify which choral piece you can find this in. If you're ready, let's play the Choral Quiz, the Choral Quiz. Here's the first instruction. These bass notes of the latter bars are to be sung only by one or two light calibre baritones, or by half the tenors. It's such a wonderful expression, isn't it? Light calibre baritones. This is Herbert Howells in the Agnus Dei of his Colreg communion service. Here's the next one. The soprano and alto parts are written with boys' voices in mind. It is possible, though not preferable, to substitute women's voices. The long male alto solo must not be sung by a woman, but either by a boy or a countertenor. Very strict instructions there from Leonard Bernstein in Chichester Psalms, a piece that's almost always performed by mixed choirs. What about this one? These bars always sotto voce and sung by few voices only. For the chorus, 4 sopranos, 4 contraltos, 4 tenors and 4 basses will suffice. This is the Verdi Requiem, Liberame. And how infrequently that instruction of the composers is followed. Where do we see this? Deity pronounced deity. It's in Hark the Herald Angels Sing, as it appears in the Carols for Choirs series. Does anyone sing Hail the Incarnate Deity? If you do, that's great. Write in. Next instruction. This version should only be attempted by good choirs. Meow! Vaughan Williams. This is in the English hymnal, the original edition that he put together. Next, where do we read, this setting is based on Latin American rhythms. It's the Kelly in C, Magnificat and Nunc-Dimittis, and it is based on Latin American rhythms, and that's great. It's just the fact that it's written down as a footnote makes it appear really kind of square, and your dad dancing at the disco, clapping on 1 and 3. Here's the next one. The full score and choral parts are copied in my own hand. I hope they are clear and enjoyable to read. It's a very friendly message from David Fanshawe in African Sanctus. What about this? It is almost always performed too slowly. The structure is so simple that it will not bear ponderous treatment. And the heart is, after all, a swift animal. I don't know whether this is meant to be quite as condescending as it sort of reads. It's the editor, John Steele, in his edition of the Palestrina Sicut Servus, which is like as the heart desires the water brooks, or maybe runneth after the water brooks. How about this one? Sing without expression in a suffocated, sick voice. Each singer intonates increasingly incorrectly, almost always wrongly, but throughout in strict rhythm. Have you been in choral rehearsals that are a bit like that? It's Maurizio Cargill in his choral version of his piece And finally, where do we read? The metronome timing of crotchet equals 66 should never be exceeded. In cathedrals and other large buildings, the pace should be even slower. This is the old 100th, or All People That on Earth Do Dwell, in Vaughan Williams' arrangement. So Vaughan Williams, just to confirm, it's all people that on earth. I didn't breathe enough for that phrase anyway. Which, you know, if you're in the Royal Albert Hall with orchestra of 100 and choir of 500, great. But for most of us, most of the time, it's really hard to sing this with anything like a cheerful voice. That's the maximum speed, by the way. Thanks for playing the Choral Quiz. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends. Please come back next time.